Seeing yourself rushing in a dream is not good, because haste is the work of Satan. One who sees themselves rushing will fall into error. However, seeing yourself rushing in matters related to religion is good if the thing you are rushing for belongs to worldly affairs. It is not good. Only rushing in matters of marriage is interpreted as favorable and good. Rushing in dreams is interpreted as regret. In dreams, rushing is compared with thoughtful deliberation. Seeing yourself thinking and not rushing is interpreted as the opposite of haste in all matters. Seeing yourself acting with deliberation in matters related to religion is not favorable. This is only favorable in worldly matters. Dreams about rushing, hurrying, or being late are among the most common anxiety dreams experienced by people worldwide. These dreams can leave you waking up with your heart pounding, feeling exhausted, as if you actually ran a marathon in your sleep. But what do these urgent, frantic dreams really mean? Understanding the symbolism behind rushing dreams can provide valuable insights into your waking life and emotional state. Almost everyone has experienced a dream where they're frantically trying to get somewhere, complete a task, or meet a deadline. You might dream of rushing to catch a train that's already leaving the station, hurrying to an important meeting while your legs feel like they're moving through molasses, or desperately trying to pack a suitcase while time runs out. These dreams often feel incredibly real and can leave you feeling stressed even after you wake up. The prevalence of rushing dreams across different cultures and age groups suggests they tap into fundamental human anxieties about time, responsibility, and control, whether you're a student, parent, professional, or retiree. The sensation of racing against time in dreams is a nearly universal human experience. When you dream about rushing or being in a hurry, your subconscious mind is typically processing feelings and situations from your waking life. The primary meanings include feeling overwhelmed by responsibilities, experiencing time pressure in your daily life, fear of missing important opportunities, anxiety about meeting expectations, struggling with loss of control, or dealing with unpreparedness for upcoming challenges. These dreams often emerge during particularly stressful periods when you're juggling multiple commitments, facing important deadlines, or feeling that life is moving too fast. Your mind uses the metaphor of physical rushing to represent the emotional and mental pressure you're experiencing while awake. The most common interpretation of rushing dreams relates to feeling overwhelmed in your waking life. If you're constantly feeling like there aren't enough hours in the day, if your to-do list seems endless, or if you're struggling to balance work, family, and personal needs, these feelings manifest in dreams as physical rushing and hurrying. Your subconscious creates scenarios where you're literally running out of time as a way to process the stress you're experiencing. The dream might exaggerate the situation, making you late for something critically important or putting obstacles in your path that slow you down, reflecting how you feel about your real-life challenges. Dreams about rushing often symbolize a deep-seated fear of missing out on opportunities or failing to meet important obligations. If you dream about missing a flight, train, or bus, this might represent anxiety about missing a career opportunity, relationship milestone, or life goal. The vehicle you're trying to catch often symbolizes a particular path or opportunity you fear losing. Similarly, rushing to prepare for an exam, presentation, or performance in dreams usually reflects anxiety about being unprepared or inadequate in some area of your life. These dreams are your mind's way of working through fears about not measuring up to expectations, whether those expectations come from yourself or others. When you dream about rushing but finding yourself unable to move quickly, this often symbolizes feeling powerless in your waking life. The frustrating sensation of trying to run but moving in slow motion. or attempting to dial a phone but hitting the wrong numbers repeatedly. Represents feeling that circumstances are beyond your control. These dreams might emerge when you're facing situations where you have little agency, such as dealing with bureaucracy, waiting for important news, or depending on others to make decisions that affect you. The dream reflects your frustration at not being able to influence outcomes or speed up processes that feel agonizingly slow. If you're working under tight deadlines or facing time-sensitive situations, dreams about rushing become more frequent. Your subconscious continues to process the time pressure even while you sleep, creating scenarios where you're racing against the clock. These dreams often intensify as real deadlines approach. Professionals with project deadlines, students during exam periods, parents planning important events, or anyone facing time-critical situations commonly experience these dreams. The dream serves as both a release valve for anxiety and a reminder that you're concerned about completing tasks on time. Dreams about rushing frequently occur during major life transitions, starting a new job, moving to a new city, getting married, having a baby, or entering retirement can all trigger rushing dreams. These transitions often feel like you're being swept along by circumstances, with events unfolding faster than you can process them. The rushing in dreams symbolizes the pace of change and your efforts to keep up with new demands, expectations, and responsibilities. If you're feeling unprepared for these changes or uncertain about your ability to adapt, the dreams intensify. Different rushing scenarios carry distinct meanings. If you dream about rushing to catch transportation like trains, planes, or buses, this often represents fear of missing opportunities or feeling left behind by others. The destination matters too. Rushing to get to work suggests career anxieties, while rushing home might indicate concerns about family or personal life. Dreams about rushing to get ready or prepare for something typically reflect feelings of inadequacy or unpreparedness. If you're rushing to get dressed, pack, or gather items, you might be anxious about presenting yourself appropriately or having what you need to succeed in a situation. These dreams often emerge before important events like job interviews, first dates, or public speaking engagements. Running late in dreams usually symbolizes fear of disappointing others or facing negative consequences for failing to meet expectations. The severity of consequences in the dream often correlates with how seriously you view the real-life situations, causing anxiety. Missing an important event like a wedding or graduation in dreams might represent deeper fears about damaging relationships or missing irreplaceable moments. Dreams where you're rushing to save someone or prevent disaster typically indicate feeling responsible for others' well-being or trying to fix problems that feel urgent. These dreams are common among caregivers, parents, managers, and anyone who feels a strong sense of responsibility for others. If you dream about rushing but repeatedly encountering obstacles, this reflects frustration with delays and impediments in your waking life. The specific obstacles matter. Doors that won't open might represent blocked opportunities, while getting lost suggests confusion about direction in life. Cars that won't start often symbolize feeling that you lack the tools or resources needed to achieve your goals. From a psychological standpoint, rushing dreams serve several important functions. They provide a safe space for your mind to process and rehearse stressful situations. By experiencing rushing and time pressure in dreams, you're essentially practicing coping with these feelings in a consequence-free environment. These dreams also act as emotional release valves, allowing accumulated stress and anxiety to be expressed symbolically, rather than suppressing worries about time, deadlines, and obligations. Your subconscious creates dream narratives that acknowledge and explore these concerns. Psychologists note that rushing dreams often increase in frequency and intensity when people suppress or ignore stress in their waking lives. If you're someone who tries to appear calm and in control despite feeling overwhelmed, your dreams become the outlet for the anxiety you're not consciously acknowledging. The recurring nature of rushing dreams for some people suggests that underlying stresses or patterns haven't been adequately addressed if you have the same rushing dream repeatedly. Your subconscious is likely signaling that an ongoing situation needs attention or resolution. Different cultures and spiritual traditions offer varying interpretations of rushing dreams. In some spiritual practices, these dreams are seen as messages from your higher self or intuition, warning that you're moving too fast in life and need to slow down. The dream becomes a call to be more present and mindful rather than constantly racing toward the next thing. Some interpretations suggest that rushing dreams indicate you're not being true to your authentic path if you're pursuing goals that don't align with your deeper values, or if you're living according to others' expectations rather than your own desires. Dreams about rushing might reflect this misalignment. The frantic energy represents being out of sync with your true purpose. Traditional dream interpretation sometimes views rushing dreams as prophetic warnings to pay attention to time-sensitive matters in your life, while not literally predicting the future. These dreams might be your intuition, nudging you to address something before it becomes a real problem. In certain spiritual traditions, dreams about being unable to move quickly despite trying are interpreted as messages about patience and divine timing. The frustration of slow motion might be teaching you to trust the natural pace of events rather than forcing outcomes. The content and frequency of rushing dreams directly correlate with your daily experiences and stress levels. If you're constantly overscheduled, trying to accomplish too much, or struggling with poor time management, these patterns manifest in your dreams. The dream essentially mirrors your waking reality, where you genuinely are rushing from one obligation to another. Perfectionism and high standards also fuel rushing dreams. If you place extreme pressure on yourself to excel, meet every deadline early, or never disappoint anyone, your dreams amplify these self-imposed demands into scenarios where everything must be done immediately and perfectly. People-pleasing tendencies contribute to rushing dreams as well. If you have difficulty saying no, take on more than you can handle to avoid disappointing others, or prioritize everyone else's needs above your own. Dreams about rushing reflect the unsustainable pace this creates. Modern life's constant connectivity and information overload also play a role. When you're always accessible, responding to emails and messages at all hours, and consuming endless news and social media, your brain never truly rests. This mental overstimulation can manifest as rushing dreams where you're trying to keep up with relentless demands.